Imagine this for a second. You open your eyes and you're falling. And when you look down, it's not land or ocean. It's the swirling, massive face of the biggest planet in our solar system, Jupiter. So what would actually happen?
Really, how long could you possibly survive? Well, the answer takes us on a pretty wild journey into a world of impossible extremes, a place so alien it completely challenges our idea of what a planet can even be.
Okay, so before we take the plunge, let's just try to wrap our heads around the scale we're talking about. Jupiter is so gigantic, you could fit our own planet, Earth, inside of it, get this, more than 1,300 times.
All right, so you're falling, you're bracing for impact, right? Well, here is the first and honestly maybe the most terrifying surprise that Jupiter has waiting for you.
See, the thing is, Jupiter is a gas giant. There's no solid ground, no surface to land on at all. It's mostly made of the same light stuff that makes up our sun, hydrogen and helium.
So, there is no landing, no big crash. Instead, you just keep falling and falling through literally thousands and thousands of miles of atmosphere that just gets thicker and thicker.
You know, at first, the view would probably be, well, breathtaking. You'd see these incredible bands of clouds, shades of orange, white, and red. But don't let that fool you. That beauty is hiding the single most violent atmosphere in our entire solar system.
We are talking about wind speeds that can top 400 miles per hour. That's more than double the speed of the most powerful hurricane ever recorded here on Earth. You'd be like a leaf in an absolutely unimaginable storm.
And if you want a really scary point of reference, just look at the Great Red Spot. It's a single storm that's been raging for centuries, and it is so enormous that it could swallow our entire planet whole, without even a trace.
Within just a few minutes, the turbulence would be completely overwhelming. You'd lose all control as these violent updrafts would just grab you, flinging you miles back up towards space,
only to be slammed right back down into the depths. You'd have no idea which way is up anymore.
And sideways, caught in a cosmic blender. You are completely 100% at the mercy of the storm. The sky's gone. There is only chaos.
Okay, but let's say somehow the winds don't tear you to pieces. Well, there are other invisible forces waiting for you, because as you fall deeper, the atmospheric pressure starts to build. And not just a little bit, it builds exponentially.
Your journey down is this deadly sequence. First, you'd pass through layers of unbelievable, freezing cold. Then you'd plunge into zones of scorching heat, hot enough to melt steel. But here's the really weird part. You wouldn't actually burn up. Why? Because before the heat could get you, you'd be crushed, utterly crushed by that immense building pressure.
It's a kind of pressure that's almost impossible for us to even wrap our minds around. Let me try and put it this way. Imagine the entire weight of Earth's oceans, all of them, stacked right on top of your head. Now, multiply that many, many times over. The air itself becomes so heavy, so dense that your body just couldn't handle it.
And if that wasn't enough, you've got the gravity to deal with. Jupiter's gravitational pull is more than 2.5 times stronger than what we feel here on Earth. So if you weigh 100 pounds, you'd suddenly feel like you weigh 250. Every single movement, even just the act of trying to breathe, would become impossible.
And believe it or not, you're still falling. You still haven't hit anything solid. Because what lies deep, deep inside Jupiter, well, it might not even be a core in the way we think of one. Scientists think it's something way, way stranger.
Way down below all those clouds, the pressure becomes so insane that hydrogen, the most common stuff in the universe, gets crushed into this bizarre state of matter called liquid metallic hydrogen. It's thought that this stuff, flowing like a liquid metal, is what generates Jupiter's absolutely enormous magnetic field. And at this depth, the pressure is millions of times stronger than anything on Earth. So there's no final crash, no impact. The line between you and the planet just vanishes. You're simply and completely consumed, becoming a part of Jupiter itself.
Now, this whole journey is obviously a thought experiment, right? But it's based on very real science and our actual attempts to understand this giant world. And what we've learned, man, it gives us a whole new perspective on our own home.
I mean, we've actually tried sending something on this trip. Back in 1995, NASA's Galileo probe plunged into Jupiter's atmosphere, and this machine, built to withstand extreme conditions, it only lasted for 57 minutes. Just 57 minutes before the heat and pressure completely destroyed it.
When you think about that violent end, it really makes you appreciate just how special, how unbelievably gentle our own planet is. Our stable gravity that doesn't crush us, the air we can actually breathe, temperatures that let us live. I mean, these conditions are so incredibly rare out there in the cosmos.
So, what's the big takeaway from all this? Maybe it's that the universe is just full of these violent, beautiful worlds, but we are just so incredibly lucky to call this one home. Some places, no matter how magnificent they look from far away, were simply never meant to be visited.